This part can be really whatever. Say hi.
Should have went a countdown. 1, 2, 3. I don't like it.
And me. Do you see me?
Here's my note cards. 1, 2, 3. Alright. So, the Earth is 71% water. Can you swim? Over the years, I've been baffled at the amount of children that are unable to swim. I hear parents constantly tell us, what does it matter that my child can't swim? The climate's cold here, we never go swimming. I've also heard parents say, maybe I'll teach my child next year how to swim. There's no need for them to learn this year. Excuse after excuse is constantly given as to why children don't know how to swim, but yet drowning rates continue to rise. Do you see an issue with this? We constantly, as a community, we blame outside sources for drowning rates. The pool wasn't fenced properly, the lifeguard wasn't paying attention, or there's a lack of parental supervision. While I think these are important things that need to be addressed, what would happen if all children knew how to swim by the time they were 2 to 3 years old? Would it matter that the pool wasn't fenced properly? Would it matter that the lifeguard wasn't paying as close attention? And would it matter that you turned your head for 2 minutes to help your other child open their snack? It is my belief that we could dramatically decrease drowning rates by proper swim instruction in small children. I spent 8 years living in Idaho, and over those 8 years, it shocked me how many kids 10 to 11 years old couldn't even swim one length of the pool. Why is this a problem there? Well, as many of you know, Idaho is full of outdoor activities. Children spend their summers swimming in lakes, rivers, bridge jumping into rivers. Many kids grow up on farms where they are challenged to swim across canals. This is fun for your more advanced swimmers, but for your novice swimmers, this could be dangerous for them. So, what do? We'll take a kid who's a novice swimmer. They go bridge jumping. Their friends are watching them. They peer over the edge. The water's a little higher because in Idaho you get the runoff from the mountain. They're excited. They decide to jump anyways. They take a jump in. The water's icy cold. Shocks their body, their brain. They're unable to think. And then what happens next is the undertow grabs them. Not visible to the eye prior to jumping in. Grabs a hold of them, shaking them back and forth underwater. Their friends lost sight of them the minute they jumped into the water. So it's just them, their novice swimming skills against the water. For some, this ends up lucky. The water eventually spits them out. They drag their exhausted body to the side of the river where their friends grab them and take them home. For others, this ends deadly. So what are we waiting for? If children are taught by proper swim instructors, they're not only taught how to swim, but they are also taught water safety instruction. It is my opinion that there are 3 things that we need to do to help make this skill, this knowledge, this life-saving knowledge available to all children. Number 1, the cost of swim lessons needs to be lowered. The average cost of swim lessons is $50 to $100 for 1 hour of private swim lessons, or $60 to $150 for a group session rate. For many, this is unaffordable. For me, as a mother of 3 children, there's no way that I could put all 3 of my children in swim lessons at this cost. So what happens if we lower the cost? Does it lose money for the company? Well, in my opinion, no. If we lower the cost of swim lessons, the amount of people that sign up for them will be more, bringing about the same amount of money to the company, while increasing the amount of children in the area that know how to swim. Number 2, we need to offer programs to underprivileged children. Growing up, I had a family friend of mine. They lost their son in a car accident. He was on a swim team with me growing up. In his name, they started a program called Ben Heritage Swim for Life. Through this program, they offer free swim lessons to underprivileged families and their children. They also promote water safety in the area through social media and presentations around the community. If we had more programs like this, we too could see a decrease in drowning rates as we increase the knowledge to the community. And lastly, the third one, we need more recreational pools. There are many areas that have a lack of recreational pools. Children do not need to know how to swim in rivers or lakes where you can't see the bottom. Children should be taught how to swim in pools where the water is clear and where there's a lifeguard on duty as an extra set of hands and eyes in case of an emergency. We've all seen the YouTube videos of the little 1-year-olds that can swim in the water. It is never too early for us to start teaching our children how to swim. Again, I pose the question, the earth is 71% water. Can you swim? Can your children swim? We need to stop placing blame on outside sources and start preventing drownings through proper swim instruction and water safety instruction in our children. Thank you.